All right, people, what the hell is going on? I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I'm outside right now, and of course I'm walking. I got my shades on, and my face is going to be in and out the goddamn camera. Y'all can see behind me, maybe. 24-hour fitness, whatever. God damn it, I'm saying the wrong fucking gym. The Fitness Connection. I'm just leaving out the Fitness Connection. And this is one of them things that I was thinking about the title of this video. Should I feel sorry for myself? Should I throw myself a big pity party? Every time I leave out the fucking gym, this one or any other gym I go to, I'm looking at these women, dude, and woo, man, it's fucking ridiculous. It is, man. I was like, we passing up shit like this all the fucking time, or is this what most women look like when they walk around in tights? Is that what I'm doing? Is that what I'm witnessing? If most women just walked around in tights, I mean, if you think about it, you know, they do. Go to fucking Walmart or any other place. So it's a little bit different when you're in the gym, though. Them tights hit a little bit different when you in the goddamn gym. But the thing that got me talking, got me thinking, oh man, I'm coming up on the freeway, this is gonna be noise. Is that I'm like, in my, as of now, over 27 years of adult life, I don't get shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. You see them fine ass women up in there? And I start thinking back, do you get any of that? No. And if it was even somewhat close, it was always some bullshit involved. One of my early girlfriends, my first adult girlfriend, she wasn't no gym girl, but I mean, if you put her in some tights, she'll look just like them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know, not everybody got to go to the gym and squat their ass off to look like that. But even that came with years of bullshit. Even though the relationship part of that was trash. And that's usually what it comes out to. I got two of those cases. The last person I had so-called relationship with was somebody that's kind of like that too. One of those so-called fine motherfuckers. Come with some bullshit. Like, man, come on. But I start thinking back, look at this shit, man. Ain't no rail right here or nothing. Just bust my ass. One of these cars scared the shit out of me coming up here. And I fall down in that shit. Anyway, I start thinking back, because a lot of times, I don't recall a bunch of shit unless something triggers it. You know, every once in a while something will trigger. I'm in the gym, I'm looking at all that shit. I'm thinking, have I had any significant attachment to somebody that, you know, a woman of that stature, at least physically? No, I hadn't. I have not. All my girlfriends that I've had, fairly attractive. I generally say around a 7, maybe a 6 in there somewhere, maybe a couple of 6s. But I actually got 2 6s, and then, you know, everybody else is around a 7. And then you got some that might be an 8 on a real good day. No 9s and no 10s, no none of that shit. And I'm sitting here thinking like, man, and the times that I have, because I really have to think and look back. I've had to make resolutions and shit to be a little bit more proactive when it comes to women and shit like that. Because I'm just not that type of person. But when I think back, a lot of shit that's in my mind that I don't think about a lot, it start popping up. I was like, man, I've tried to chat up some women, and they all seemed like there was what's the word? I can't think of the goddamn word. It was right on tip of my goddamn tongue. Whatever the word is, I was talking to them. Receptive, that's it. That was all kind of receptive. To the point that where you talking to a motherfucker and they agree to go out with you, or the conversation is good in general, or whatever the fuck it is. I never get shit out of that. It ain't never my fault. It really ain't. It ain't never my fault. I ain't gonna take blame for none of that shit. Because there's always been some bullshit on that end. Where I kind of noticed that it wasn't no interest. Whether it was just, I want to fuck this nigga type of interest, or I want to hang out with him and see how it goes type of interest. I can recall one broad in this group of women. There's one chick I went out with a couple of times. We went to the movies and shit like that a couple of times, and it's just like, she was fine. You know, she was fine. She was a little bit older. I think she a little bit older than me, but I was older than everybody else in the group, and she was one of the maybe 2 or 3 people in there that was older than me, but she was fine. Now compared to some of the chicks in that group, she might have been a point or two behind them, but compared to an average motherfucker, she was fine. Uh-oh. Motherfucker would want to come their ass up here when I'm walking. But even that turned into the line of usual bullshit. We hung out a couple times. The shit spaced out a little bit. And you know how you get in contact, you know how social media is. You get in contact with a motherfucker. Oh, we should hang out and blah, blah, blah. And then you go start trying to set up a date to hang out. And then no motherfuckers don't reply or some shit like that. It's always, that's always the case. I've had it where one of them fine ass motherfuckers was the one that suggested that we go out. And then the shit never happened. And motherfucker, you the one that hit me up about the shit. Motherfuckers hit you up and start chatting up, talk to somebody, y'all acknowledge that y'all like each other. Like the one chick, man, that was a big, fine motherfucker. Goddamn, the only thing wrong with her teeth was fucked up. Like she had a broken tooth that was right in the front. But that broke ass tooth in the front didn't make up for her face and her body, because that shit was ridiculous. It's like if, well, I say Serena Williams, but just imagine you see Serena Williams and she kind of smiled at you and her front tooth was broke. I think you kind of write that shit off. Like, oh, okay, well, motherfucker ain't perfect. Kind of like that. She agreed to go out with me twice. Every time we supposed to go out, it was something always came up. And like the third time, she miraculously had a boyfriend. That happened with another chick. Fine motherfucker. At least on paper. You're like, man, she agreed to go out with you. And then all of a sudden, when the talk come to put up or shut up time, motherfuckers all of a sudden be having boyfriends and shit. Did you have a boyfriend all this other time you was sitting there talking shit? You know what I'm saying? Always run across that shit. And then you run across these fine ass motherfuckers. They be talking. But they don't, you know, I be thinking they just want attention from a motherfucker. And they lose interest with me because right quick, I'll be like, you know, I'm not for to kiss your ass. I'm not for to kiss your ass. That's, you know, that's a good thing about hanging out in these groups, because you get to see all the motherfuckers. All these so-called pretty fine motherfuckers. They go for these same niggas out here. It's either some big fat ugly motherfucker that either got money or he spent all his money showing out, or it's that real popular motherfucker. He might not be the best looking, but it's always that one popular motherfucker. And the girl, they all talking about the same motherfucker. I don't fit neither one of those. You know, I ain't the popular motherfucker. And then the pretty boy, you always got those pretty boys. They always go get their little play. They always get their little play, but it's like, okay, that's the pretty motherfucker. All the girls, the pretty motherfucker that know he a pretty motherfucker. Girls, they all talk about him. They done already fucked that nigga. They done already fucked that nigga. But he gonna keep doing what he doing because he know he can. He know he got the looks. He can go from girl to girl and blah, blah, blah. I ain't that motherfucker either. I'm that average motherfucker that I'm not for to spend my money. And I'm not for to try to sweet talk you into shit. I'm not for to do none of that. Is this the first? Man? Not much.
Quick question I want to ask you before you leave me. Did you lose any power last year during that winter storm?
No, I just had water problems. That was it.
Okay, well, you qualify for a claim.
A what?
A claim. That's what we're doing. We're here, we're helping people that lost power, food, water, or whatever during that time of that winter storm.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I had the water, but I mean, I took care of all that already. Plus, I don't own that property no more.
Okay, but see, all we need is just an address at that time. You know what I'm saying? To get your claim back. We're going to get paid out, hopefully, next year after March. Okay, now, claim started at $10,000. You know, that's the beginning.
But what is it I gotta?
Your first name, last name, your email address, your phone number, the address where you were staying during the time of the storm. That's all it takes. And you're gonna have to create you an account though.
Huh?
You're gonna have to create an account.
Well, that ain't for that. I just got me a brand new phone number. I ain't giving that motherfucker out at all.
I respect that, man.
Yeah, I ain't giving that out at all.
I respect that.
My old phone is still going off. From when you start giving out your phone numbers and you ain't sure where it's going, that's what happens. Your information.
How they contact you is through an email though.
Yeah, but if you throw your phone number in there, that phone number gonna get used. That's how you end up with all those spam calls and all that other stuff. Or when you're on those dating apps and them chicks ask for your phone number, don't give it to them. All right, people. So I'm back. I am back. People just come up to you, just start talking. That dude saw me right here walking, talking into my goddamn phone. And he just come up to you like he ain't see me talking. Anyway, I went inside that Goodwill where they were sitting to look around. Me and my bad vision, I can't be in there trying to sort through and figure out what's up in there. I really can't. So, what was I? And on the way out, this is a funny part. You know how those people that do that shit. They had their little station sitting inside the store. They had a little table and some chairs sitting there, and they was talking to this other lady. And she was like, "Yeah, last time I gave my they had these people calling me on my phone and emailing me and blah 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 blah." He was like, "No, we don't do that." Look, I just got through telling that dude that, man, don't give out your goddamn phone number to them shits. Motherfucker, you claim. I'm not claim for what? Claim start at $10,000. I don't know where that money coming from. You can sign up for that shit. You ain't finna get nothing but a whole bunch of bullshit coming to your fucking phone and your email that you didn't want. Anyway, I was talking about the types of dudes these chicks be going for, and I ain't that motherfucker. I just ain't. And like I said, back in the day, I started thinking about, you know, well, maybe I need to be more aggressive. Maybe I need to be more, you know. And it's not that I'm just looking for that, you know what I'm saying? Because it make it sound like I'm looking for 9s and 10s and shit like that. That's definitely not the fucking case. It really ain't. It's just that when I do run across those women, the little bit of contact that I do have with them don't lead to shit. Not no fling, not no something might happen. No, it's always a zero-sum event to where I've been better off not talking to them at all. It always comes out to that. That's just how it is. Not feeling sorry for myself. I'm just restating facts. If I run across an attractive woman, gets nothing. Absolutely nothing. They want somebody that's gonna kiss their ass or gonna just start coming off all kind of money for their ass and shit like that. That's not for the fucking happen. When you see them, like I was in the gym, I seen this one fine woman walk up in there with her dude. They finna go work out, you know, it'll tell they probably been together like 50 years or some shit like that. You know, so I'm probably making a wrong ass assumption because it's like that. Because that wasn't no little young chick. That was like a mid to late 30s chick and a other guy that's around about the same age. No, but this is fine ass chick. She come in there with a gym with some pot belly dude. He looked like somebody that got a decent job, make some good money. You can afford to pay for that woman. That's, in my experience, that's what the fuck you gotta do. It don't matter if that woman got her own money or not. She can make more than you. Which is the case for me when I run across attractive ass women. And most women make more than me. And when I run across women that don't, I mean, they make zero money. And they always the ones that always got their hand out. They asking for shit all the time. Definitely ain't trying to deal with none of that shit. And the other times I've run across some fairly attractive women that was above my average. Other than the other shit that I mentioned, been a few occasions where motherfuckers is just dumb. I'm not even trying to be funny when I say that. I've talked about this before. Sitting there talking to a motherfucker, and I'm wondering, you might have graduated high school, but you must have sucked off every teacher you had. If you got out of high school sounding like you sound right now, all looks, no brains. How the fuck do you manage to make it through adult life without just getting yourself killed some kind of goddamn way? I have no idea. Run across that. Like I said, it sounds like I'm being mean. It just does. But I'm just restating facts. My facts. You know, it might not be fact for anybody else. Well, I know it ain't, because I know dudes that every time they run around, they be showing me pictures. Man, I ran across this broad here, man. That bitch be all over me. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Like, well, shit. You doing the same goddamn thing. What the fuck? Are you lying to these broads? I think that's what I got to start doing. I have to start lying to these women. I have to start telling them shit. Lying to them. 'Cause that's another fault of mine. That's why my dating profiles don't work worth of nothing. My dating profiles don't work worth of shit because I'm not fit to spend some bullshit. It just ain't. And that being said, you got a dating profile like I generally have. Women coming out like that your profile is this, that, and the other, and straightforward and all this other shit. But you don't get no play past that other than a compliment on your fucking profile that you wasn't on there spitting a whole bunch of bullshit. But other than that, they ain't trying to talk to you. I get plenty of that. I had to put that in one of my profiles one time. If you like my profile, but you're not interested in talking, just don't message me at all. And a lot of that shit would come from a motherfucker that's, you know, fairly attractive. You know what I'm saying? I don't just shoot out compliments and all kind of shit like that. I don't do that. I'm not gonna start. That shit ain't in my personality. Oh, you so beautiful, you so fine, or, well, hopefully not something as generic as that, but you know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm looking, trying to, and these goddamn cars gonna come to Short Street. So I'm gonna wait for the light to go. I'm not walking with him. I'm gonna wait till them cars start coming. Following motherfuckers is how I got into my last car accident. You know what I'm saying? Following motherfuckers is how I had my last car accident. I ain't gonna do it. When these cars right here go, that means it's time for me to walk my ass across the goddamn street. Like right now. But anyway, I don't know what the fuck I don't know what to say about that though. I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I be online, I be swiping, and it's kind of funny. Like I say, the way that I organize, well, not the way that I organize, but the way I operate, you know, damn, I can't see shit in it. The way I operate on the dating apps, damn, I'm all up in my mouth. This camera zooms in too fucking far. My other camera didn't do that. Yeah, this camera right here. Now, my other camera, it'll look like this. This camera is all up in my fucking face and shit. Anyway. Made me forget what the fuck I was talking about. Goodness gracious. What was I talking about? Oh, the swiping. Yeah, I swipes. But you know, like I said, when you're online, you playing a numbers game. You're doing yourself a disservice if you on there picking and choosing. You on there doing the disservice if you on there picking and choosing. So, you know, when I'm on a dating app, wait a couple of days, wait for them to populate the goddamn app a little bit, give me some new matches or whatever the fuck, and then you just hop on there, and then you turn on that magic auto clicker. You turn on the auto clicker, and you just swipe, you know, it just swipe right on everything. Everything is swipe right. Whoop, 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 whoop. You can say what you want about it, but that's a way that you don't miss hardly any of your matches. You might miss some that's out of your little preferences or whatever, you know. If you outside of your age range or whatever the fuck you set on there, you ain't gonna see those people on there. But other than that, bloop, bloop, bloop. And so a lot of times, and then at that case, you operate like that, then you operating on people that swiped on. Well, if you get a match right then, that means they swiped on you already. At some point, already in the past, they ran across your picture and swiped right on you. And then you got to where, you know, then later on, depending on how the app works, you know, People will swipe right on you. They might have let them know that you swiped on them, and then they swipe back on you or something. That's how Facebook do it. You know, they'll send you the people that swiped right on you. You got to pay for that shit on all the dating apps, but on Facebook, all right, this person swiped on you, and you can just go back and swipe. But even then, I'll tell you this, right? Even then, you get a swipe, and it's always, okay, this motherfucker fine. Send a message. Well, I don't even want to get into Facebook. You just get blocked on there for no reason, or you get that fucking thumbs up. Like, motherfucker, you swiped on me first. I'll send you about that message and I get blocked. The fuck is this shit? Not talk about that. Talk about something else, goddammit. I'm talking about just having, you know, all the swipes. You swipe on the motherfuckers you attracted to, not attracted. You just swipe on everything and see what comes back. Just me personally, I look at the matches that I get. Oh my goodness, man. It is ridiculous. It really is. And that's on all the apps that I use. On Facebook, it ain't nothing but fat people and old people. You know, Baidu is another. I use a bunch of apps. Some of them you don't get nothing on. Like Tinder and shit. It's like Tinder is just bullshit. You get no matches on Tinder. Like BLK, nothing. And there ain't nothing but attractive women on there. It ain't nothing but attractive ass women on BLK. You look on there, it's like the opposite of Facebook, except for you will get nothing. You mean I sit here and use all my swipes? You know, you sit there and use all your swipes 3-4 days in a row. You know, you got a couple of hundred swipes under your goddamn belt for everybody that's in your little vicinity, 20 miles, whatever the fuck you got to say to. And you mean to tell me I ain't got no matches? None. You know what I'm saying? None. And that's on an app where everybody is, all the people you run across are fat. And I'm talking about like real, you know, real photos. You know, I ain't talking about fake ass profiles you get like on Tinder. What the hell going on over here? Yeah, none of that shit. Oh, somebody buying a refrigerator or something. Oh man, I need one of those for the house. Yeah, you run across all that shit, and I'm like, man, they can't. Or you run across, have me a seat. You run across, what's the, like, BLK, you know, where most of the profiles look real, gets no action. You get action on Facebook, but it's all from old people and fat folks. Which I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just stating how, you know, this shit looks and works on that. Now you swipe now, and you, like I say, you swipe through everybody, and it's some right swipes on some nice looking people. Nothing. You get nothing back. And it was another app. What is it? Because I only got 3 apps on this phone. Well, actually, technically 4. Technically, I got 4. I got Baidu. Do I got Black? No, I couldn't log into Black People Meet. How many? I got 3. BLK. I got Baidu. Oh, and Plenty of Fish. Oh, Plenty of Fish is, oh man, there's another one. I was swiping on Plenty of Fish. I had 7 matches, and I hadn't been on there in a while. So that's 7 matches. That means since the last week and a half, or however long it been since I swiped on there, when I was swiping, I ran across 7 people that swiped right on my profile. So I was like, okay. I went back, got those 7 people, and I sent messages out to those 7 people. Now I went and looked at the profiles. Ain't none of those folks anything to write home about. Just, you know. It really ain't. Matter of fact, on Facebook, it was one person I ran across there. I assumed was gonna be kind of. I looked at her pictures. I was like, she kind of fine. The conversation started off fine, but after like 2 messages, it really turned. I got a LOL, and then I got a thumbs up. What I'm thinking what happened was that those first 2 messages that we sent, she decided to go look at my profile, and she read the profile, and she was testing me. She was testing me because I put that I don't do those short replies and shit like that. And that's usually what happens. Women get on your profile, and I do that. I don't read people's profile until we actually start talking in the inbox. Waste my time reading a whole bunch of profiles of people I ain't talked to or gonna talk to. And so I think she wouldn't read that. And one of those little top things is that I don't do them. The LOLs and emojis and all that shit. We just, I don't reply to that shit. And the thumbs up and all that. I put that shit right there at the top of the profile. And I think she went and read that and put it in there to see what the fuck was gonna happen. And that comes from one of those so-called fine motherfuckers, at least from my pictures. You look at people's pictures and that shit don't always translate to real life. But yeah, she was testing me. See what this nigga gonna do. She ain't got a messy sense. Fuck you. I told you, that's when you go typical black folk. That's what they gonna do. You tell them not to do something, they gonna do it just to see. Well, that's what happened. Fucking, you got that thumbs up and conversation was over. I got an LOL, which is a strike. You got an LOL, which was a strike, and then you hit me with the thumbs up, which was another strike. And I'm like, I'm not gonna play with you. Give a damn what your pictures look like. Bye. But that's what I get. Run across attractive women, that's what I get. Like I said, the closest thing I got towards meeting anybody was fucking, last week when that old lady was like, I invite you over to the house, to have some dinner and do something. I mean, we were talking nasty. It's just, I just say some regular ass shit. Motherfuckers just don't throw some nasty shit on. But that's what she was saying, I invite you over to the, because we be talking about food and shit. So I invite you over to the house so she can cook dinner or some shit like that. 72-year-old woman, that's what I'm expecting if I was to do that. Anybody else invite me over their house, and you already know how they go. But I'm like, that's it. 72-year-old woman. And looking at her pictures, that's not somebody I want to go over there and start doing nasty shit to. It's just no. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. She don't even look like this other chick that I ran across that was like 68. Black chick too. The other was a black woman. The other lady is a black chick, 68. Now I tell you what, she don't look like that 72-year-old. They say black don't crack. Well, shit. And she got some. She look like she got a few years to go before she started cracking. I was like, God, now that she invited me over to dinner in 68. She looked like that. Then you know what? I might just show up and hope for the best. I might just show up and hope for the best. Nah, but even that goes for the older people too, because you run across older women, 60 plus, that are still physically attractive. You know what I'm saying? They still physically attractive. They know it because you can tell how their pictures are. They put their tights on and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they know they still look good. No play from them either. None. You know what I'm saying? They got none at all. And they fuck with other niggas because they match with me. They on that match with other people my age and younger, so it ain't none of that. Maybe I'm too young for them and all that. Nope. They be on that dumb shit too. I've run across motherfuckers in their 60s that still pull that stupid shit. I met a chick that was 61, 63, something like that. She was over 60. That same stupid ass shit, setting up dates and not showing up or canceling over and over again, like you get from motherfuckers in their 30s and shit online. That shit don't change. It don't fucking change. It's the same old shit. Or you run across another motherfucker that's in their 60s, fairly attractive, and they on some dumb shit. I mean, you sound like these 20 and 30-year-olds. 30-year-olds, you supposed to know better. Yeah, I'm like, shit, you old as fuck still doing stupid young people shit. Nah, I can't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it like that. But that's how it is. That's what it's been like over the last, I don't know how long. And I don't, you know, it's not like I'm sitting here complaining about it. I'm just, you know, I see these women out here, and I look at all these attractive ass women. So why hadn't I run across? Why can't I get one of these attractive looking ass women like this? And I start thinking about it, and like I say, you know, I don't just recall everything, but when I start thinking about stuff, shit pop back up in my head. Well, I remember when I was dealing with this chick. I remember when I was dealing with that chick. It's always some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was always some shit. It's always something. Motherfuckers always on some bullshit. And like I say, my relationships have all been with fairly attractive ass people. You know what I'm saying? They are attractive enough to where when you in a relationship, you ain't looking for something better. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different thing right there. When you in a relationship, how you behaving inside a relationship and shit like that. And, you know, that's a whole different thing. You know, what you accept. It don't matter how a motherfucker look at certain shit you deal with and certain shit you just shouldn't deal with. You know, not that it's even somebody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, differences and shit like that. But that's it. I still ask that question, you know. I'm looking. Where was this? And then when you think about it, the handful of times I've been out with like really attractive women, it never even get to that point where it's physical. It's one of them things, right? Like literally, you see a woman like that. If I've had sex with one of those fine ass women, just to put it out there, it was probably with a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? It was probably with a prostitute. You know, my 20s, my sex drive in the 20s was just ridiculous. There was only so much pussy you could call up at one time. I can admit that. There was only so much pussy you could call up at one time till you just had to, you know, you had to go the quick route. Pay for it. You can get those fine ass motherfucking prostitutes. But just having something like that on call or somebody, you know, just with some baggage with it that you had to cut loose. But man, that, you know, I had a little attractive ass girlfriend. Well, you know what? At some point we wasn't fucking for the last however many months we was going out. 7 months. We're not even fucking. What's the use of having an attractive girlfriend? And, you know, y'all ain't got nothing going on, you know, physically. So yeah, cut that loose. Or having an attractive ass girlfriend and y'all future outlook is different. Y'all get along just fine, but the future outlook is different. Like when the little young girl I had when I was in my mid-30s. You know, she was nice. She considered herself full figure. She was not full figure. She might have been like 180 or some shit like that, but she wasn't no fat girl at all. You know. It generally comes from anybody. And a lot of that bullshit comes from people who, you know, they might not be in that above 7 club, but they mind is. You know what I'm saying? They mind is. And they mind gonna be there because dudes blow his fucking head up to where you dealing with a motherfucker that might be a 6 or 7, maybe even a 5. But they've been dealing with these typical ass dudes out here, and these dudes will blow motherfucking head up and got these women thinking that they look better than they do. So they built that goddamn, and you know, dudes will say whatever it is to get some coochie. And these bars go out here, you know, believing that shit. And the motherfucker, you so handsome and all this. I get that sometimes from people. Not a lot, not as much as I used to, because I mean, I don't look like I used to. You're so handsome, nice looking young man. I kind of blow that shit off. You don't know how to take a compliment. I'm like, I know how to take a compliment. I'm just honest. You know, especially if you saying that shit online. I'm like, yeah, you see me in person, you're gonna be disappointed. I tell them that too. I say, yeah. Like a chick was in my inbox talking, she said, you're so handsome and blah, blah, blah. She said something about liking my pictures. She was on Baidu though. So she was talking about liking my pictures. I don't even know what's on Baidu. I'm like, man, Baidu, I'm like, man, I was like, well, thanks, but most of the pictures on here are old as hell. I told her to her, most of these pictures on here are old as hell. Like literally. On Baidu, all that shit is like from my old ass Facebook account. And not just the recent pictures on it's like old ass shit from way back in fucking 19 fucking I was saying 19 whatever, but anyway, way back. And that got me thinking of this other chick I went out with named so you saw always some bullshit when you go out with a track. It was this one chick I used to mess around with, fat chick that had herself well, thought she was well above what she looked like. Somebody just unnecessarily bougie for no reason. But she had this friend, I don't know where her friend popped up at, and her friend was nice looking. She was a fat chick too, but fat's a little bit different. I don't know. We ended up talking like that's the thing about online on Facebook. You run across these people, and you got damn friends in common. We ended up going out. We went to the Improv, and my other friend got mad as fuck. But I mean, we weren't in no relationship. She got niggas all over the goddamn place. But me and this other chick went out, and she got pissed off. Fine ass chick. I mean, she was extreme. She was weird looking. She had these big ass eyes, big forehead, but she had some titties, big old booty. It's like one of the people that's weird looking, but they cute with it. She was one of those. It's like if I'd have got a hold of that, I wouldn't know what to do with it. That was a big, nice looking girl. But it's like even then, it's just like something comes on and fuck it up. Now on my own, would I done it? I don't know. I didn't talk to her long enough to get any bullshit from her. Even though she ended up moving back to California not too long after that. But I got some bullshit from somebody else that kind of fucked that up. You know, even though I'm like, that wouldn't have fucked it up with me. But you know, everybody got different things. You know, just because somebody else mad, they ain't gonna stop me from doing shit. But that don't mean that shit ain't gonna stop the other person from, you know, talking to me. So that fucked that up. You know, another, I run across a nice looking broad, you know what I'm saying? Bam, there we go, I'm finna go, something fuck it up. You know what I'm saying, fuck it up. Why? Why, man? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why can't I have a really attractive ass woman? Why? I'm still swiping, so it might happen. You know, as a matter of fact, I want an attractive ass woman that's kind of like me. You know, and I don't even look for that. You know, I actually look for regular. You know what I'm saying? I actually look for regular when I'm online and shit like that, because that's where most of the action comes from. It comes from the regular. It don't come from these super attractive ass motherfuckers. You know, ooh, look how big my ass is. Look at all my titties. Look at all this shit. No. Because if you online and you see that shit, everybody else see that shit. You just a drop in the bucket, just a bloop. There's 30,000 other motherfuckers in the inbox trying to spit that same shit. I look for like regular shit. I swipe on everybody, but the regular shit is what my attention goes. The regular shit. If you get some play for somebody that's above average, then okay, it was whatever. But you know, getting some play. But I mean, I'm just talking about some play. you know, get some conversation or some shit like that. That don't mean that you gonna be compatible and all this other. That's a whole different story. You know, because it's a whole lot of shit you got to match on. Find an attractive woman that meets me. I got somebody that kind of does that, but I mean, we don't match in a lot of ways. Location is one. You know what I'm saying? She the most attractive motherfucker out there? No, but I mean, you know, you come familiar with people. That's why it pays to become familiar with people. That a lot of that shit won't matter. Motherfuckers won't get past that. They want you to match up right along with them. Why can't I have an attractive woman? I mean, yeah, I can find an attractive woman to run across, but that don't mean nothing, you know, in the long term. You gotta actually get along with that motherfucker. You be somebody that's kind of average, okay, you know, something might be there depending on how y'all connect. If y'all connect on the right shit, then it's all right. But you never know if you're gonna connect on the right shit. You might not. But my thing is, I don't even get the fucking opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is attractive, bro. Let me invite her out and see what she's talking about. I don't even do that no more. You know, I don't invite people out. I'm not for to waste my money on, like I say, waste my money on shit. And if we do something, it's gonna be the casualest of casual. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the most casual of casual. These bras these days be wanting you to treat them like you know, like y'all on y'all diamond anniversary or some shit like that. Motherfucker, I ain't talked to you yet. What the fuck you mean? You want somebody to do this, that, and the other. My dick ain't even been in your mouth yet, so no. We gonna see if we can get that for her. Till then, you might as well put brakes on all that. This motherfucker out there to do that shit. You know? Tell you all kind of shit, promise you shit. He might spend some money on blah, 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 blah. That's what you want, you go for it. You ain't finna get it fucking here. Just to do that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to, you know, I go on a date, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm going to the improv. You go to the improv, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, go to a show, go do this, try to do some nice shit for motherfuckers. Nah, yeah, you ain't gonna see that motherfucker no more. Go somewhere, sit down at a jazz club, listen to some live music, eat some food, have a seemingly good time, and then don't talk to that motherfucker ever fucking again. Nope. I ain't trying to, I stopped doing that shit. You know, stop doing that shit. And then the people that you would, like the people that you would do that shit for, is just like, man. He's like, man, I can do that, but what about, at the end of the day, what am I getting out of it? Nah, not much. Not much. And like I said, most of that would come out, would somebody that I would do that would be with somebody that I've known for quite a while. At this point, if it's somebody I've known for quite a while, you know, we not really, ain't really nothing there, you know, as far as long-term relationship shit. The long-term relationship is the friendship, you know. Anyway, let me get my ass, I don't know, I done walk my ass over into this fucking dollar store, and I don't even know what the fuck I want out of here, but I'm finna go and look, and then I want out this fucking dollar store. That's fucked up, boy, there ain't nothing I want out of here. I need to just call my ride and go home, but I think I'm gonna walk through the dollar store just in fucking case, because this is not the 99-cent store. This is the giant dollar, where everything costs $1.39 or whatever the fuck. It used to be $1.09. Everything costs $1.39. And look through here, might pick up a couple of knickknacks that I might take along with me on my little Vegas trip if I can find anything in here. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side.
And